If it was up to them, they'd like to see automation up and down in every port, all the way down to Houston. Well, that ain't never going to happen with me.
I stand with organized labor. We cannot eliminate people's jobs. Surely there's room at the table for everyone.
And apparently there is, just as the nation was coming to grips with the crippling impact of a longshoremen strike, effectively shutting down every major port on the East Coast, including our own. The impasse was broken, at least in the near term. Panel, I feel like our country dodged a bullet here. And my question is, are there lessons to be learned? Marcus, I'm going to start with you.
Well, you said we came to grips with it. No, I don't think we came to grips with it, because I don't know if the majority of Americans realized what was in store for us. Even the thousands of people who ran to the grocery store and bought thousands of rolls of toilet tissue, I don't think they understood. Well, maybe they did, because that's why they bought toilet paper, because they knew all of the poop that was going to be flying over the place. Because our economy was in perils. You know, and I sat with one of my team members, one of my managers, and tried to explain to him my job, which is, hey, I have to consider what's happening for the company over the next few years, including the strike, including the election, and so on and so forth. And so, yeah, I don't think we came to grips with it, and I think we should have. This is where leadership matters, and I'm glad we have this temporary relief. I just hope that we have leadership that creates a better pathway forward.
Bob?
Well, we punted it till past the election. That was the important part, right? So this would have been devastating to the U.S. economy. I thought it was interesting that the president came out and said that he didn't believe in Taft-Hartley, which gives the president the authority to order the Teamsters back to work because of national security and those types of things. So he was going to let it go, basically. And I think that would have hurt Kamala in the election. So I'm kind of interested that he did that, along with wearing his MAGA cap at that one rally and carrying a MAGA cap onto Air Force One, and DHS releasing that scathing report on the day that Kamala went to visit the border. Something's going on inside the administration.
Okay, our firefighters and our police officers can't strike, and there's a mechanism there that if you reach impasse, it's supposed to be sent to an arbiter to figure out a fair solution. Why aren't the longshoremen included in that, Bill?
That's what Taft-Hartley is. There is a law that says the president can order them back to work, and then there's a mediation arbitration process where they resolve the claims. The unions hate it, and so that's why he got up and said, I'm not going to do that, because they're relying very heavily on the unions to help get Harris elected. My suspect is that one day after the election, he would have invoked it. I think also the unions settled the way they did because they were worried about it affecting Harris. But this is really punting the issue, because the wages was really not the issue here. The automation was the issue. And I'm just telling you, the longshoremen, whatever they want, automation is coming. It is impossible to stop this from happening. And we've seen this over and over, going all the way back to buggy whips. I mean, the automation is coming, and they're not going to stop it.
Real quickly, tomorrow.
Coming from a union family from the U.S. Steel in Gary, Indiana, I know how powerful unions can be. Unlike Texas and Indiana, the teachers can strike, the union can strike, everybody can strike if you are in a union. And this right here would have been detrimental to the economy of America. We're already dealing with inflation, but had this went on, you think this wouldn't affect you? Baby, it would, down to where you got your hair, your nails, and everything else. You wouldn't have been able to get done because it would have been stuck in that crate.